All right, everybody. Welcome to Class 4, Part 2, Visual Storytelling for Painters. We are now going to go look at our Padlet page and just quickly look at some of the paintings you guys have been sharing. There's been a lot of action on our Padlet page, and I really, really appreciate it. And sorry, I haven't been in there commenting or adding as much as I typically do, but it is a community page, and that's what it's about, is you guys having this opportunity to help each other, talk to each other, and observe and learn from each other. So let's go ahead and hand me. All right, am I big and still have
Yes,
paint
you
on my
are.
still have paint in my beard, but oh well. Let's go to our Padlet. All right, everybody sees our Padlet page?
Not yet. There we go.
All righty. So videos are inspiration. Thank you guys for continuing to add to this, and online links. Cheryl's been adding some really nice stuff as always, and a couple others. This was really good for those of us who hate green.
Me.
I'm one of those. Yeah. But what was funny, and I think I even wrote that, is he completely just says it better than I do, but repeats the same things, and he even uses the same pigments and colors that I use. So
Right.
wonderful
I think
article.
that's good.
Yeah, the visual path one, I think we talked about that. Great. Class handout. So this week's handout is there. And then I went ahead and brought up an old handout and put that there. And again, our little self-critique sheet is there. The references, you guys mentioned that you liked this picture from last week, so I went ahead and threw that in there. Again, not a photo I took. I'm pretty positive that is a town where my great grandma, or my grandma, who's almost 102, lives, Forest Grove. She lives over there in the sunny fog. Beautiful, beautiful area, and one of the oldest vineyards, I think, in Oregon.
Beautiful.
Some new paintings that artists that we admire. Thank you, Manje.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that fantastic?
Wow.
This is the kind of minimal bravery that I would like to get to in my career. I really see, at least even as like a side project. I've always liked Maurice Shapiro. Somebody said that he had passed away. That would be really sad. Brent Cotton, wonderful artist. Yeah, you guys, thanks. Keep adding these, because I think we're all learning about artists that maybe we don't know about. Like I had never heard of Stefan Delutz.
That's a beautiful painting.
But it makes me want to go, yeah, it's really interesting with the dapples, and like I would definitely go and fix these areas, right?
He works on golden leaf most of the time.
Interesting.
I do that quite a bit as well. I love putting down gold leaf and then painting a landscape on top of it, because sometimes the gold will actually break up and sort of mix into the paint, but then it also, like, you get these little speckles coming through. It's like a lazy and beautiful way of getting that dappled light. Yeah.
Right, and they don't photograph well. They really don't, because gold is actually a dark value. It's not light. Right, like if you're using your gold as your white, which I've done in a couple paintings. I don't know, let me see if I can. Well, let me go to my, tell me if this pops up. Are you guys seeing my website?
Yeah.
My website popping up. So if you go to my painting area here, and my illuminated tones. Sorry, slow going. These are painted on gold.
Oh,
You see, it's not bright white.
Yeah, I really like that though.
Is it going to clarify? But yeah, you just have to change your values. Why is it foggy? Oh, it says it's still loading. Anyways, yeah, gold is fantastic. But what's the funny thing is when I want to share it, like a picture, I actually film like a 3 to 5 second video of me moving side to side, up and down with it. Because at different angles, gold is really light, and at other angles, it's really dark. So the painting, like, I sold quite a few of these, but I actually didn't. I did gold leaf for a while, but then there's a new, in the last couple of years, gold gesso, which is quite expensive, but it is fantastic. And it really takes the paint well. And I found like these little bits of greens and reds. So anyways, gold gesso is an option for that. Yeah, this is another one. I thought I had a bunch more because I've done a bunch of them, but I even have a bunch primed. All right, are we back at our Padlet page?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
picture
it
that,
is.
yeah,
So yeah, what's fun with the gold leaf or gold gesso is that it's much better in person. Like a print of that is so limited, whereas when you get the original version, and in fact, Michelle, I think maybe one of the little sketches you bought of mine might have been on gold leaf or on gold gesso. Yeah, and it looks different from every angle.
There's gold acrylic too, made by Lucas Krill, which is really good.
Oh yeah, yeah, perfect. So it's a lot of fun. There's a friend of mine who paints on bronze acrylic, and yeah, she does really neat stuff with that too. So those reflective paints are really interesting. All right, cool. Almost there. Photos. Looks like Nyla shared a new tree. Nyla, are you still with us? Yep, there you are.
Well,
Tell
that's
us a little
cool.
bit about this. That is a magnificent tree.
sure is.
Yeah, maybe if we can't live in a cave, maybe our clubhouse could be in this tree.
Is that Spanish
tree,
moss?
that tree is at a park near my granddaughter's apartment. And I chose that to be my not quite there photo. And I took out the big white building and put in a lighthouse.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Take out some of the other, the automobiles and stuff like that. I just have not decided whether I want just green grass under the trees with shadows on it or a pavement.
Yeah, because those shadows are fantastically difficult.
Yeah, I like the shadows.
Where
Yeah,
was that
that's
photo
exactly it.
taken?
Excuse
Sorry.
me. Gail, did you say
Where is
something?
that photo taken?
Biloxi.
Well, okay, because I thought that looked like Spanish moss on that tree.
It is a lot of Spanish moss. I took a lot of tree pictures while I was on the coast. And I'm going to put up one from Mary Mahoney. The tree is over 2,000 years old. It's called the Patriarch. And the limbs span the whole length of the house. I mean, the limbs hang over from every side of that house.
Wow.
And so I took some pictures of it, and I'm going to put them up and then I'll take them down because I don't want them taking up a lot of space. But I just wanted to share that tree with you because it's pretty outstanding. It's, survived so many hurricanes.
You know what's really neat about this, Nyla, is I can see this tree in a lot of your paintings. Like, you know what I mean? So a lot of times, this is a great example where I take an element. It's not a scene, but it's an element, right? It's something that's interesting and exciting that I can use in future. I mean, a lot of my paintings, there's like a tree from one photo, a rock formation from another, a sunset from another, you know what I mean? And
Right.
we're able to put these things together in really fun and interesting ways. So thank you for that. That's perfect. Imagine this in front of this.
Wow. It's funny that
Right?
you say that because I almost thought about using Linda's sky with one of those coastal trees.
Always use Linda's sky.
That would be beautiful. Do it.
When in doubt, I mean, like this one would be perfect, right?
Yeah.
That's so. The other one's a little too dramatic,
Uh-huh.
right? They'd be fighting, but like,
Right.
imagine that sky peak like it is here, peeking between that beautiful and that moss being backlit, and
Mhm.
yeah. So just constantly, you guys, just be thinking like, you know, is this a scene that I'm photographing? Is this a scene that I'm witnessing? Or is this an element? Or is this a mood or an idea or a thought? Just constantly taking all of this information. Graham was asking me about a previous video that I filmed years ago. And he was asking me about the scene. And the funny thing, Graham, is that scene that I emailed you the pictures to, this is literally that scene.
Oh.
But completely changed, right? I mean, I made the sky completely different and colorful and vibrant. It was just a gray, overcast, you know, beautiful, moody day. But yeah, I'm constantly just taking little bits of ideas, little bits of this, little bits of that. And yeah, that's where I invite you to, you know, it's about the story you want to tell.
Yes.
I don't know if Beverly is with us. Well, let's go ahead and jump. Actually, Beverly, you're one of our new students. Would you like to talk about, look at that. That is so
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, that's,
That's your note.
as a teacher, when I'm talking about thumbnails and limited values and simplifying shapes, this is almost perfection. I could see this as a gorgeous abstraction. I could see this being worked out into a photorealistic image. I really, really like this simplicity. I remember when I was in college and one of my first painting classes, and I was brand new to painting, but a lot of the students have been painting, you know, for years. And the teacher was going over and over how he really liked like the simplification of form, the simplification of ideas. And I, you know, when you're a brand new painter and you're only 18, 19 years old, you think, oh no, detail is the thing. It's got to look like the photo. And it took me years to realize what he was talking about and why he was praising students for what they're doing. But tell me a little bit about, because this is obviously so minimal.
It's taken from a photograph taken up in the Western Islands of Scotland. And I just did several versions of it, starting with a very basic one, and then tried with different horizon lines and different colors. And I was just playing with it, really, just trying to work out what worked the best.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, if I was writing a book about design, I would ask to borrow some of your sketches. These are just so minimal, but so effective. And what I love is you're really just working out ideas and the guiding line and the movement of shapes and forms and balance.
Yeah.
I need to do more of this. Like I'll go through stages where I'll do these, you know, nonstop, and then I'll spend 6 months of not doing these. Yeah, this is so good.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
My problem is I tell myself I'm going to do that, and before it's over, I've overdone it.
I know that feeling.
I don't know how to keep it simple.
I can't
That's
either.
beautiful.
That's
I
lovely.
love this. I love this.
Yeah, so
that's really cool.
I'm just getting ideas for turning into pictures.
All right,
And
so
then
let's
I
talk about
gave
this
myself
really
a
quick. Let
critique
me
at the
ask the
bottom.
question first. Let me ask the question. So you have your sketch and now you have your notes down below. And we can tell that it's an unfinished sketch, but we can tell that you're working on an idea. So tell me a little bit about what you wrote here.
Well, I think the horizon line is too high because there's not enough information in the front, but I was trying to get a feeling of isolation. So I wanted to have a lot of space at the front, but I don't know, it doesn't quite work. And then the sky is too stripy, it's too patchy, but it was just an idea.
There's an artist, and I don't know if there's paintings in this sample artist that are similar to that one, and there's nothing in the foreground,
Oh, right, right.
or it's a very slight gradation. It might go from a 0 to a 1 or a 1 to a 0, but
Mhm.
everything is, where you had your horizon line on that, that's the painting, and then this was nothingness.
Gosh.
Remember that
wow.
one, Michael?
I'm not positive, but
I think-
it reminds me of a number of painters that I like, and just different thought processes. And again, what I love about like this, I mean, for one, you're talking about the design and the eye movement, but for two is like, again, this could be a gorgeous abstraction.
Yeah.
It could be finished, impressionistic painting. It could be a finished photorealistic painting. It's just so fun. I don't know. You guys probably all get excited when you see like artists that you like, and all of a sudden you're like get to see their sketches and they're behind the, the thought processes that go into it. Just makes me so excited. So, anyways, Beverly Drew, gold star for you. You get 2 of them today already. So that's great.
Can I ask Beverly what pens or brush, what are you using there in those value mediums?
I've got some ProMark pens by Winsor and Newton, and I've got a grey and a black. And I just use it on white paper. So I cannot take it too far because otherwise I think I would take it too far as well.
I have
But they're
a
very
set that
good.
have about 5 or 6 in between. I can't remember what the name of it. They might be Tombow.
Yeah, I like the Tombow because they're an alcohol pen. So I can actually just wash them with acrylics or a watercolor or whatever else. So when I use pens, which I use a lot in my sketch pads, for thumbnails, for different little micro sketches when I'm traveling, do look for an alcohol-based pen. For one, they dry immediately.
Right.
For two, you can paint over them with water-based paints. And for 3, they actually make a white paint that you can fix and change things. I'll see if I can find a picture in the meantime.
That would be useful.
Yeah, no, they're really fun. The white pens are really fun. Remind me of that later. I don't want to spend time looking through my pictures. But anyways, Beverly Drew, this is something here that Linda Camarada has been doing a lot of, these little minor paintings. And it's so fun, this repetition of, this basically rocky hill face coming into the ocean. And look how different this is.
Yeah.
Like if we just fell in love, like let's just pretend, I don't know, but let's pretend this is your photo, right? Like this is the closest to the photo. It is so cool to do these little experiments. We've had whole classes where we do things like this. And I just think you learn so much.
Yeah.
And it sometimes feels like a bit of a waste of time, but it really is not, right?
No, it's fascinating. I've actually used pastels with this because it's so quick. And I just thought that it was easier than trying to use paint or even watercolor. Pastels are so quick. I just thought I'd use them as a medium.
Did you use alcohol as in the base?
No, I didn't. No, I just used it on an old scrap piece of paper, and just divided it into 3 and just had 3 different versions of it. Just trying to work out what worked.
Looks like kind of an off-white tannish.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and the least you care about it, the better a lot of times.
Yes.
So great. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna skip ahead. Brett, love seeing your, I don't know if he's here or not, but it's been a lot of fun seeing your plein air work. Brett is new to plein air. He did figures for the first 3 years that I knew him. And they're so fun and so colorful. So it's so interesting to see people coming at things from different directions and different ideas. And anyways, Brett, I'm really happy to see what you're doing. We actually talked about you at the Saturday meetup instead of the
Uh-huh.
Sunday meetup. We were talking about you, so those guys miss you.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately, I'm doing Saturdays again with my figure group. So
no, that's great. Yeah, that's great. But anyways, I'm really proud of you for what you're doing and the challenges that you're doing. So fantastic. Cheryl, one of my favorite paintings of yours from Italy.
Beautiful. And that's just to show the depth.
Yeah, really, really nice. Really nice. And white things, reflective light on shiny trees and stuff. It's one of my least favorite things to try to figure out, because we have a lot of living here in Oregon, we have a lot of shiny trees, and yeah, I never know what to do with bright white, but olive trees have that beautiful gray. These are olive trees, correct?
Yes, they're all.
Yeah, you can tell just by the bark and the colors. Anyways, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gonna keep moving. Darlene Crow had to drop off. It's twice that we had a chance, but we talked about her painting, her reference last week quite a bit. And again, yeah, look at, she's just experimenting with different ideas. Remember, we talked about all the different ways we might dissect that, creating an idea of a trail. So this is a lot of fun, you know. I mean, this one's just so loose. Look at these big, juicy watercolor like brush strokes and stuff. So yeah, this is the way to go, you guys. Paint a lot. And look at her fancy shoes. Yeah, it's just paint, paint, paint. Have fun. Stop worrying about making finished images and stop worrying about sharing finished images. Right? This is not the space for that. This space is for us learning and growing and experimenting together. So appreciate that very much, Darlene, Diane Lewis, and Eloise. We can't skim past this. This is something special going on here. Oops, except for I just deleted them evidently.
I have to say, Eloise, I'm liking your nocturnes, and I'm going to try a couple here.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I
was going to try one this weekend, but then I got hung up on other stuff. But I've got a dawn scene I want to do now, so I actually got a picture of one Saturday. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. It's been tricky, to be honest, because like I'm trying to get that glowing aspect to all of these pieces, and I'm also trying to push myself in terms of color, because like I am very comfortable with more muted and gray, like gray and like navy sort of tones. So this one I used really vivid colors, and it was super outside of any of my comfort zones. And I think this is the fastest painting I've ever done, and it's taken me like 10 whole years to get to the level where I can spend 3 days on a painting and just say, okay, that's it, I'm done, no more. Usually it's like I do something and then I never finish it, and then it's haunting me in the back of my mind. I'm like, I got to go back to it. So but
it's beautiful. I mean, my only critique is it feels like two paintings. It's like I actually thought that it was two different paintings, like this line.
Yeah.
So I would merge this. It feels like two different paintings, and there would be two great paintings, like individual of each other.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to even like, I know exactly what you mean. And because like all the values are really dark in that area in particular, that gave me the most amount of trouble, was trying to get the layers of clouds and like the backlit element to it. And then it's actually a photo. I'll post the reference, but it's a photo of the Melbourne airport by a friend who works at the airport. And it's a really strange image because it does have this super sharp divide. I think that to do that, I just like to bring it all together. I'm
Yeah,
going to
let's
try
just
and
merge these darks and merge these darks.
Well, can I just say something? So when I was
Okay.
looking at this on my phone, because the screen is so small, it cut off the part with the airport at the bottom. Like I just saw it
Oh.
now for the first time. And I was like, wait, what? Because I thought that it was the moon reflected on water. We
Ah,
never
I
saw the
see.
moon. It was just, I mean, there's the tiny sliver up there, but yeah, I thought that it ended kind of where that piece of, right about there. And
Yeah.
it was beautiful. For me, it was a complete beautiful painting. And today I looked at it with the lights and the buildings on the bottom, and I was like, was that there before? But I guess it's just because I'm looking at it horizontally instead of vertically. I don't know. But for me, it worked as just a natural scene with water and sky. It
And
was also
trees.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that idea as well. I might actually have to paint that. I'm very
or that would
uncomfortable.
be way too bright to reflect that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. But still, I mean, I didn't know, but it just seemed like, I don't know.
No,
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah, but what I really, really like about this is these crisp, hard edges and clean, and then these soft, diffuse, lost edges. Like that just, there's just something, again, this is so personal for my tastes, but I love, if you're gonna have hard edges, have soft edges. Like if you're gonna have warm colors, have cool colors, or if you're gonna have darks, have lights. You know what I mean? You always want some form of a contrast, not always, but generally. And it doesn't have to be all of the things, right? It doesn't have to be hard edge, soft edge, cool colors, warm colors, lights, darks. You only need one or two to make a painting special. And so you don't have warms and cools. You have edge quality and values, and even your lightest lights aren't very light. If you scan your eye to the white of the side over here and bring it back, these whites, which feel so bright, are not that bright, not that light.
Yeah, that was a huge struggle, honestly. Like painting this was super confusing for that reason. Trying to figure out these like medium and kind of grayed blues in the sky, and then have everything else be almost like this indigo kind of color. And I don't have any indigo paint, but every time I mixed like every paint that I mixed would either be too blue or too purple and throw the whole thing off. So like this was torture in the best way. I loved it.
Good job.
Yeah, because your warmest colors is this little band of purple. I mean, besides the lights in the
Yeah.
building.
Almost like this rose gold kind of
But if
purple.
you made that bright pink, or like I'm doing, like today's painting, it would throw everything off.
Yeah. Oh,
Lovely. And I mean, this is my favorite area. But again, I love diffused edges. I love, that contrast. Yeah, my only complaint would be that line here and that line here. Just merge those, even though it is in the photo. And what happens is you have bands of atmosphere, right, where the high and low pressure and all the different things. And you'll see that where the clouds all of a sudden create this strong line.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of cool in a photo, but in a painting, it literally, I thought you were going to cut this painting in half and have two paintings.
Well, oh my God, thank you. We always get McDonald's breakfast as a little treat for making it through the class. But I guess it's almost like the week 1 homework. I'm leaving something out. Everybody has a different idea of what it is, depending on the device you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Eloise.
I think
Thank you
it's
so much.
beautiful.
You can now eat your breakfast.
Yes.
All right. Graham painting with fluoro paints. We need a black light to look at this one.
Ooh, Graham. That's beautiful.
That's
So
beautiful.
nice. That's so un-Graham.
Trying to do a little study for a larger painting, and then this is an acrylics, and I just could not blend acrylics. So this is as far as I could go. But I'm wondering if I did this painting in the same style as the large one we've been working on all day, painted it in black and white, and then added glaze and then color. I don't necessarily need to achieve these colors, but I was going to ask, when you do a black and white, do you do anything at all for clouds? Or do you just save that for the
No,
paint?
so in the beginning, when I was first doing it, I was painting the clouds and everything else in. But if I'm gonna glaze and I want my clouds really like glowy, like
Yeah.
really, I want to use that again. You guys have to go into your painting at least with a semblance of an idea of, do I want do I want it to be transparency? So look at the bottom, right? That's the transparency of the color, creating that glow. But up here, it's not the transparency of the color, except for in some thin areas. But that's actually just a super vibrant, strong, high chroma color.
Can you turn his painting black and white with your?
I mean, yeah, if I take it to Photoshop. Save to my desktop. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Would you not think that that red would be or that pink would be way more vibrant or
Yeah.
way lighter? So that's what I was talking about earlier, right? With Monet's paintings, where the trees just disappear and stuff. But because the value of this pink and the blue are almost the same, and you guys, again, values are lights and darks. Chroma is the name of the color, pink, blue, red. And saturation is the strength of the color.
Brilliant.
So you can have a highly saturated pink and a highly saturated blue.
I like it. Like
that last part
Yeah.
again.
I think your blending problem.
And
is
here's a
solved
lot of
black and white.
beginning students I work with, right? Especially when you're working with kids. It's like, that's it.
Woo.
And as even this density, this is the original version, like seems really high chroma, again, really high strength, really high saturation for what I think of as Graham's paintings, even though Graham's paintings are very colorful. This is probably where I'd be getting more comfortable.
Tone it down a lot, yeah.
Well, no, it's up to you. I mean,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this if that's what you want. But what I love is like that chroma, the color, does just as much work as values. In my paintings, in my personal way of painting, values do most of the heavy lifting, right? But chroma is amazing. Color is amazing what it can do. Because if I did that as a value study, nobody would know that this was a sunset.
Yeah, that works. This value study.
And this is beautiful too. This is really dramatic and exciting and fun and interesting. So yeah, I mean, they're all.
And there are a lot of.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there are a lot of Canadian painters who use those, that technique and those colors, and I just really enjoyed it.
100%, yeah.
Oh. Well, the source, my resource was brilliant like that. And somebody asked me to paint it for their in-laws, so this is a test for me. I may tone it down because I would not normally do something that loud. But
right, but you're much closer to a genie as a colorist in this class. Like, I've got a couple tonalists in the class. I've got Lima Camarada who goes back and forth between all of it. Michelle Fritzler who goes back and forth between, all these different things, which is all great. And in my new series of paintings for my show, or not my show, a show out at the coast, I want more color because my last show was all tonalism. But Yeah, so I mean, it's all of it is correct. What I'm trying to give you guys is the tools and the permission and the ability to tell when and why. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Don't worry about, yeah.
Beautiful.
Especially if it's for somebody and you're working in conjunction with other people, and they probably picked this image because of the vibrancy,
The brilliance. Yeah.
color. Yeah, yeah.
Graham, was that sky that,
That's
is this the,
that is the reference right there.
okay.
Oh,
I just wondered if it was as orange, but yeah, it is.
So this is better. The colors on this are much better.
Actually, I like yours better.
I like yours better too, Graham.
Well, thank you. So, Michael, if there's
We got to
my,
talk about this really quickly.
that's my Michael painting, my wipe away.
But look at, I mean, this is just what
Recently
I
done.
love this.
what Eloise was talking
This is
about too. Like,
Love it.
yeah, I mean,
Gorgeous.
look at that glowiness. Eloise, have you seen this one?
Yes,
think
and I even commented on it. This is exactly how I would like to paint, and also that's where I want to live. I think that is just
You don't want to live at the airport?
I'll go back and forth. I'll go
Okay.
back and forth. I'll be flying here from my airport.
Yeah,
But
this
the
is wonderful.
feel- oh, it's
Beautiful.
stunning.
Because I would call this tonalism, even though the colors are vibrant and electric and
Yeah.
alive.
Yes, two
It's
colors in
pretty.
white.
and it's beautiful. And I love those little trees in the middle in the distance.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, yeah.
I think without those, it wouldn't be nearly as impactful.
Right.
And,
that
and I love that you
ultramarine
let the reflections disappear and reappear. That it's broken up.
Yeah.
What
It's
you can do
gorgeous.
with a paper towel.
It's a miracle.
Not just for cleaning counters anymore.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, thank you. All right, Jada, who were we gonna talk about anyways before? It was Manje. So we'll get to you here quick, sorry.
Yeah, poor Masha.
It's too exciting. I just love looking at your guys' work. All
Wow.
right. So Manje's already stealing from her fellow students.
That's gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you should say that because she
So
copied
nice.
your style, or not style, but technique. Tell us a little bit about what you learned from Gail.
I've been struggling, trying to use water soluble oils because I, of course, used regular oils back in the day, and I love working with solvent, regular solvent, and so it's really hard for me. I was having trouble, and I don't know what last class I think I was talking about how dragging the paint it wasn't doing whatever, and she said, "Oh well, I always put oil. I always use oil as my solvent instead of trying to use water or trying to." And so I thought, you know what? I'll just put a thin layer of oil on the surface of this little board and just see. And instantaneously, I was able to move the paint. I was able to I can lift it. I can put it back on. I mean, it stayed fairly usable now. Today, I haven't gone to see whether it sets up in the same pace that regular oils do. I think they do.
It does not. It'll be slower.
Yeah, that's what I suspected. But, when you're working small like this, you can get a lot accomplished in a very short amount of time. But if
I love this.
Yeah, it's
this
gorgeous.
was your
Did you do an
final-
underpainting or did you just start applying color?
No, I just wailed in there, as they say. I just threw some red. I knew I was going to try I'm one of the interested, because of Michael, I mean, all those wonderful dramatic light, I just wanted to do that. So I just thought, well, I'll get the red down. I won't do yellow, I'll do a red, and then I'll just see what happens. So
The sky is gorgeous.
Yeah.
the landmass could use a little work, but
I love this. I would love this to be like one of my little sketches. It is
Yep.
so free
Beautiful.
and wonderful. And you have see this little dark dab
Mm.
right there? I
Yeah.
just love that. I love the broken lines. I love that you kind of can't tell, are we on a hilltop looking at an ocean with
Mhm.
land coming? I love the abstractness of it. I love this weird glow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
It's
mystery.
beautiful. It's really
Yeah, it's
great.
gorgeous.
So, and you don't have to oil the paint
No.
I don't have to oil the board,
itself.
you mean?
You can actually have a little, no, you don't have to. You can just actually just add a little more oil to your paint.
Mhm.
When you add oil to your paint, it just becomes so much slicker, but use a palette knife, like mix it in a little bit and
Yeah.
don't add a lot, but just a couple drops of oil. Like I have a container of safflower oil beside my thing, and it's just an eyedropper. And I'm amazed at like a big pile of paint with a drop or two of oil, how much slicker and slimier and
Oh, but
it
see, I'm a
becomes.
lazy person, so I just thought if I just get it on the board, then I won't have to put it in each individual paint.
And it worked out. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, but I
really
was debating about whether safflower oil, I know that's really slow drying, so I used linseed oil because I thought
that's
maybe
what I
it's
use.
not quite so slow.
Yeah, and actually that's what I meant is linseed
Is
oil.
this on a canvas or on a
No,
board?
it's a gesso board.
Okay.
So you already have a slick surface.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, it's not one of the super smooth ones. It's one of the, it has a slight tooth to it. Because
Okay.
it's actually used to be my favorite one. So I'm trying to remember how I used to do it with regular oil. But, because I'm trying to use the water soluble since I now like to sleep down in my studio. I don't want to sleep with the solvent. Solvent has never, I adore the smell of turpentine. I absolutely love it. And it never bothered me. Nothing ever bothered me, but I know you shouldn't sleep in the same room. So that's why I'm trying to do the water soluble. Also, just because there are things you can do with the water. I have another painting I was going to put in, which is I'm utilizing the drips, throwing water onto the oil and then letting it drip down, and it gets a very different look than solvent. When you do solvent that way, it gets it bites into the paint more. The water doesn't bite in as hard, and
Maybe
so
it's
right.
more like a
I have to-
watercolor.
I have to take a step back. So when you put the oil on the panel,
yeah.
was it just super, super thin?
You mean in general or this particular painting?
This particular painting, because it looks like the paint is still attaching. I think like if you add a layer of oil to a panel, that the paint's hardly gonna, it's just gonna slip and slide and be so transparent, but you have real density of color and paint on here.
Oh yeah, no, I put it on and then I took the gentle paper towel or a Kleenex or something and wiped it down so that it's not a really super oily surface.
Okay, I'm gonna take one more side note here. And Michelle, sorry to interrupt you. This looks like something like that kind of you were doing in previous classes. Like, have you ever done something like this? Where you actually add the oil? Because it looks like some of your some of your paintings from previous classes. Or it's very
Can you?
poetic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I was loving that and thinking about that. In fact, I was taking notes about. I have a bottle of linseed oil, so I thought that would be interesting to try, especially since I'm still using mostly canvas for my less scary projects, or to be less scared. So, so yeah, I think I might try that and just see how. I was just writing that down, the linseed oil. So yeah, I'll try
Yeah,
it.
I almost feel like Jada and Michelle have similar ideas about kind of the more poetic side, like where it's minimal and just really nice movement of line and color. So
Yeah, it's really
anyways,
beautiful.
yeah, really great. All
Thank
right,
you.
I'm gonna keep
Thank you.
skimming across. No, thank you. That was wonderful.
No, thank Gail.
Never.
She's an old timer. You can get
Yeah,
away.
yeah. No. Linda, and I'm gonna skip ahead to make sure we get to Manje. And see. Okay, Magdalena has not added anything new. All right, Manje, tell me about, and I might again fix how I'm saying your name every time because
It's pretty good, Mindshare, but I
Mindshare.
know you mean me and nobody else in class.
Mindshare.
Yeah.
What's your nickname, Mindcha?
I don't have one here. People call me all kinds of things, Munchie, a Munchie, and I react to it all. If it sounds really close.
But
But when
Michael
I
gave you a name. What is it?
The sparkling.
The
Why-
sparkling.
Why, Michael? Why did you call me the sparkling?
I think I love all the pictures behind your head. I think those are maybe your grandchildren, but maybe those are your.
Yes, they are. Yeah, yeah.
No, in our conversations, you're always just so sweet and energetic and exciting. And I think the sparkling is just about, somebody you want to be around and talk to that fills your cup.
Good, thank you. It's nice. I like it.
All right, tell us a little bit about what you got going on here.
Okay,
I really appreciate all the different versions and sketches that you've done.
Yeah, I was a little confused about the homework, and I just picked this painting a friend photograph a friend of mine, he's a photographer, made this, and the little tree there is right center of everything, and there's something about this picture that I just love how the sky reflects in the water, and you're not even sure if the water reflects in the sky or if it's the other way around. A little bit abstract. So I played with making a whole bunch of, I thought, value sketches, but I only had pencils around. And then I read your handout, and that talked about making a little, yeah, so this is what I played with. So I cropped the water a little bit there. I made one a vertical, like a vertical version, and just played, and I made a whole bunch more of them. But I did want to overfeed the whole Padlet. So I went to do this little color study just to see what kind of colors I wanted to put in, and I read in your handout that it's a good idea to make like a little color semi-abstract thing which just shows the colors through.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and this is just a tiny little thing that I made, but I do think I kind of want to make it into a bigger painting.
Sure. Yeah, it's very, when we look at this, it is very meditational, right? It's so calm
Yeah.
and so quiet. And you're right. Yeah, the tree is almost smack dab in the middle. And then
Alright.
this is really fighting for focus. Is this, bam,
It's
bam,
weird.
bam.
Yeah, because it kind of has like three places there. It's like it's not quite sure which one. And I don't know if that is because he made a photograph, that little dot of light there on the left bottom side. Is that for real, or is that just his camera?
It's both.
Yeah.
Probably both.
Yeah, it's both. You get a rainbow over here. You got,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I wouldn't put those in.
yeah, it's such an interesting. It's interesting because it's desolate, but at the same time really busy. Like there's a ton of
is.
stuff because of the clouds. Like if you saw this on a clear day, it would almost be like looking at a desert, right? With so few elements. And yeah, no, it's really interesting. And it's a complicated, big scene.
Yeah, I always pick stuff like that because it attracts me, but it's once you start working with it, it's very overwhelming.
Right.
I liked how you simplified it. I like your choices of what you decided to keep and what you didn't.
I like the abstract feel of it too.
Yeah, I'm very attracted to that way of painting, like what you mentioned, Michael, of Maurice Safiro, or Maurice, not Maurice, sorry. His it's almost like you push the realism so far that it becomes abstract.
Right.
Never mean.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like looking at that, I'm like, how would I paint this? And for one, the photographer just, you can tell this was his photo where he's like, I'm capturing everything. Because
Yeah,
if he's a true photographer, he's not going to put the horizon line right in the middle. He's not going to put the focal point right in the middle. But a lot of times when I'm taking pictures, I'll take a couple for what I think maybe the painting will look like, and then I take a picture of the entire scene, or I can edit it later.
Yes.
And so like I really like this. I mean, like literally as I scan my eye around it, I'm like, I like every part of it. So okay, is it one whole painting or is it 4 paintings, 3 paintings? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I like how she also in her SketchUps didn't place the tree smack dab in the middle and also offset the horizon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. It doesn't feel right when it's so in the middle.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. So my wife and I, we collect icons when we travel to Eastern Europe, to Bulgaria and stuff. And the figures in the middle, they have the head right, kind of above middle, and like there's these rules to iconography.
Yes.
And so when I put things in the middle, I literally think of them as an icon.
Yeah.
Like we have this famous mountain, Mount Hood, where we live. And people love pictures of Mount Hood. They also love pictures of something called Haystack Rock, right? And if I put it right in the middle, I can sell it, but I start treating it differently. I start treating it like an icon. I start, thinking of religious paintings and what's the big golden plate behind their head?
Little aura.
The halo.
Or halo,
Yeah, the halo around their head and stuff. And so I start like thinking of it differently as not like you're disregarding a lot of rules to follow other rules. So it is interesting that different art forms have different rules.
Yeah, as far as icons are concerned, you're supposed to paint it in the exact same position as the one you're copying. Those are supposed to, that position is supposed to stay the same.
Right. Yeah.
You can do some things of your own, but the position is supposed to stay the same. If you can make something new, but it's not official.
A traditional icon, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I like the changes you've made. I like these choices. I like this counterbalance of this big, bold, bright shape and this little detail. And so yeah, I like where you're going with it. And yeah, I really appreciate, just more importantly than making a good image at the end is just the thought process, and just trying different ideas is so, I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. Does Michelle, is Michelle here? Are you Michelle Walsh?
Which Michelle?
I don't know. Where's Michelle Fritzler? It's Michelle Walsh on here.
Michelle Fritzler's earlier on, but that's okay. You can skip ahead.
No. I wonder why I got out of order.
Well, I'll just tell you really, really briefly here. I started out with an idea of Michelle Fritzler. It was there back. It's out of order. Oh, I see you're moving me.
You're there now.
Anyway, this was just the first little, I guess in a way, sort of a notan. And so I plan to go in, I've got a ton of images and I plan to go in and make it more stormy and interesting, and see if I can get the eye to move around. But it's also, the intention is this huge, it's like, why not? I have this huge canvas that I got a long, long time ago. And my husband has this big sailboat that you can't put anything behind.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So like, why don't I just take that huge canvas and make some kind of a ocean scene that would look good behind that, but also might be interesting enough on its own if I can succeed at that idea. That's kind of my intention.
Yeah, that's so fun. I love that. Yeah, creating a backdrop for this cool boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool boat.
Only I think the sailboat will need to be yawing a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, that's just my intention on that, and I'm haven't done any more on it, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm
Yeah.
I love it.
I did a painting kind of like that, only the clouds were dark. It was the hurricane coming in.
Oh.
yeah,
Just
this
on
is supposed
outside
to,
the island.
yeah, it's supposed to be, it's gonna hopefully end up maybe stormy, so we'll see. Thank you, that's all.
No, I like it. I'm trying to
Christmas.
figure out the movement. Like I'm trying to figure out, you know, go back to our lesson from a previous class, just thinking about gesture a little bit, because this cloud feels independent of this cloud a little bit, like in a different atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, I'm looking at your references behind
yeah,
it here.
and I've got this one, and
I don't
I've
know if people can see it or not. I might have to stop share
I
real quick.
can.
If it made it a red sky,
Ooh.
it could be red sky at night.
Yeah.
Sailor's delight.
Not the boat you want to be in and when there's a hurricane coming, but yeah.
yeah, I think the idea is also sort of I wrote a little poem.
Oh, nice. Let's hear it.
It's below. It's in there. It's below, I think, or part of that. So and then so I may have other colors. I may have it reshape those clouds, but there it is.
All right. I'll
Because
let
you
you.
said something about writing a poem, so I
Yeah, totally. No, and I think of paintings as poetry. All right. The horizon beckons, unknown, yet familiar. My eyes set on hope beyond the storm. We have made it thus far, a journey together, never alone, even through stormy weather.
It's beautiful.
so I'm hoping it will end up stormy.
Very, very good.
Now that's cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, you're up to the next level. The next stage of it. I'm trying to look at the references behind it.
Those are really still almost like no tans. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's great. Yeah, I'm just trying to see the shapes. So, because this one has.
I
like,
think
lines
that's the
coming-
one that I mostly was looking at.
Right.
But I'm gonna go
I
back.
wonder if it's just this strong line.
Yes.
Because see how this line's coming in, these lines are coming
Right.
in, like they're coming in at different angles.
Yeah.
So what's happening in this picture is the wind is behind us. And whereas this is the wind's coming from the left, and then I don't know where the wind's coming in this. Does
Okay. Okay.
that make sense, you guys?
Mhm.
Like the wind is blowing these clouds towards here. Right? And in this one, it's doing it except for this part. Yeah. So just kind of paying attention to the weather will hold it together a little better.
Okay. That rhymed.
Always.
Poetry.
All right.
Thank you.
And Nyla, I want to thank you for your, I don't know if Nyla's still here. Look at these wonderful little thumbnail sketches. Just so good.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Very nice.
Those are beautiful.
They're works of art on their own.
Thank
Exactly.
y'all.
Yeah, so nice. Beautiful, Nyla.
Yeah, I told you I always want to do a 3 value and I end up overdoing it.
Good clouds.
Yeah, no, they're wonderful. I like every one of them.
Thank you. They really didn't take very long.
Oh,
No. So is it acrylic or with pens?
Excuse me?
Is it with acrylic paints or it is with pen?
No, these are prism markers, the grays.
Oh.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
this one looks like a painting almost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Michael, I'm sorry. This is Sandy Graham. I've got to run to an appointment. And Nyla, I'm sorry, I have to bail in the middle of the critique here.
No,
That's
yeah, I
fine. I
think
have
I
to-
actually am gonna have to take off too. So again, what I'll probably do is just cover the water area in that painting if I have a chance today,
Mhm.
between, being a nurse and a dog walker. And then we have friends coming tonight for dinner. So I'm gonna do my best to get the water covered, and if not, I will be working on that tomorrow, Thursday. If it's either way, I'll try to record it. I'm charging the phone.
Wonderful.
It may even just be a sped up version of it, and then you can always just stop it and see.
Yeah.
And next week, my whole goal is to have it set up so that next week can be working on the foreground and the detail and the waves and the rocks.
Perfect.
So we can be learning about how does that separate from the atmospheric perspective. How do we, tell the story throughout the painting? Yeah, any last minute questions? Or did I miss anybody that really wanted to talk about their paintings?
Well, didn't Jenny want to have some critique too?
I'm sorry, who? Oh, Regina, yeah, thank you.
Jeannie, sorry, I pronounced wrong.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, it's so good too. I really want to talk about it. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
love.
Oh, Gee, that's beautiful.
So gorgeous.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
that.
She
lovely.
really held herself back. I think
I know.
it
That's what I
probably hurt.
I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like, it's so colorful. Wait, no, it's Regina's. There's no color in this.
It's gorgeous, Regina. It looks like
So-
the mountains out here.
And this, yeah, this literally feels like the fall colors and the clouds out here where I live. Just beautiful.
The mist.
All right, tell us a little bit about this painting, Regina.
Yeah, I like I think this is a photo from, you only took the photo, it is from Padlet. I just love the clouds and that's why I wanted to do it. But I don't know what else to do. Are there anything else I should add? Or?
Could I
Well, I
ask
mean-
what the blue is in the sky? You start with a ultramarine kind of color, but as it descends, it turns into, what is that blue green?
It is what is that? Magnesium blue?
Manganese.
Yeah, manganese blue.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
It doesn't need anything.
No,
but
it
then
doesn't.
No, I'm
but he
really
thinks it
scanning
needs
my-
everything.
I'm scanning my eye constantly, like trying to figure out what would I do different? What would I do different? What would I do different?
Nothing.
And I don't see much yet. I think your trees are not as good as you can paint. I think that it looks like you got a little bit lazy. Like every brush stroke is the same
Yeah.
weight, and but it takes me a long time to get there, right? I was appreciating it, and as I become attuned to it, then I start to go, oh yeah, I would come back and revisit these with a finer brush maybe, or just don't make it so regular.
Okay.
What started me was this little cool shape right between here.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's so funny when I critique paintings. Like, some paintings I can just say obvious things, but your paintings oftentimes takes me a while of getting, very specific. Then I'm like, oh yeah, this part could be a little better. Oh, and then all of a sudden I start noticing that the trunks and stuff. The other thing is your perspective is a little bit interesting here. You see this line of trees here, the dark line?
Mm-hmm.
If these are the same kind of trees as these are,
Mm-hmm.
they're really short. They should be quite a bit taller.
Oh, okay.
Or the line of their horizon, where they land on the horizon line, should be a lot closer. These look like tiny trees, and then these look like really big trees.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? So I'd make these a little taller, and I would come and, this is your opportunity to use your, little brush, or just to change your grip, change your angle of the brush, and just make them a little, this part hurts my feelings right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just because I know you're capable of so much more, I mean, look at all the beautiful, interesting brushwork.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like this is just not finished. Like you just
Mhm.
kind of marked a tree and then never revisited it.
Yeah, yeah. So, Michael, you think they should be a little bit taller?
So again, if these trees are the same as these trees,
Mm-hmm.
see how these are so much lower on the horizon line?
Yeah.
Why
But yet
isn't
they're-
that brush?
Or is that bushes?
Yeah,
That's what we don't know, yeah.
What I
But they're
thought.
the same shapes.
You
as
know what
these.
I think I would do
Uh-huh.
is make that standalone tree shorter
yeah.
and the little
Well-
trees that are around it a little
Mm.
taller, so
Well-
that that whole batch moves
Uh-huh.
back.
Okay, okay, yeah,
And then
Or
change,
you just raise this horizon line.
okay.
or all of the above,
Mhm.
so that it's distinctly different from that group of trees in the front.
Okay,
One
Yeah.
one other thing is
And
the
maybe knock the value back just a touch.
yeah, yeah.
one
Yeah.
other thing is the peachy cloud behind those trees
Uh-huh.
suddenly stops.
Oh, yeah. I also felt that, but I just didn't do it. I should put that peachy color still.
Just a
Behind
little
that.
something.
Behind that
Yeah.
batch
Even
of
over
trees.
here, yeah.
Yeah,
You could also bring the horizon line down on that bigger batch of trees too.
mm-hmm.
The one on the far right, the big ones, Michael. The other side.
That's
yeah.
true.
Bring those
Oh.
down a little bit, bring the ones behind it up a little bit and chop that tree down a little, the middle one.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
So you're stair stepping back a little more.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Just beautiful
And
cloud.
if you're gonna do a Regini touch to it, put a little brighter color along the horizon.
No, let her do
Yeah.
just one pastel.
Oh,
But it's a beautiful
It's
painting.
wonderful. There's so many of these clouds. I'm just studying. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
how do
gorgeous.
you steal that? I need that in one of my paintings.
Your sensitivity is amazing.
thank you, Gail.
The little.
Yeah, I was gonna call you Regini the Sensitive, but it didn't sound as cool.
She earned it.
I think Regini the Fearless sounds more heroic than Regini the Sensitive.
I like.
Anyways, it's wonderful. It's really,
Regini, the colorful.
yeah, I think all of the things are in the bottom part. I think the top, the sky is just gorgeous. I think we would all agree. And I love the transitions. I love this greens and light blues and the pinks, and even these really like nondescript pink clouds just feel really good and airy, and
Mhm.
yeah, nice job.
Your
Thank
soft edges are amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
look at that transition back here in the hill.
Well, it's also the contrast between the calligraphic quality of the cloud shapes and movement up against that soft coloring. It's just really nice.
Yeah, I guess if we're gonna keep critiquing it and tearing it apart, this band of dark grasses, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's necessary. Maybe a little bit of it, but I don't know if a whole line. I think you could open it up and even
Oh, okay. Yeah.
invite us in a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we get nitpicky with you, Regina.
No, it is good. You should be.
Awesome. Thank you for
Okay,
reminding
thank-
me. I wanted to talk about that painting. So yeah, it's so good to see a new one of your paintings. It's been a long time. Okay, and Lisa, let's go ahead and go with, is Lisa still here? No.
No, she had to leave.
Okay, but yeah, so fun to see, remember her leaf painting with the flags and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So cool to see where you would take that almost in an abstract way. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about that later. Anyways, Linda Morgan O'Connor, just so much. Let's go ahead. Do you guys have a couple more minutes before we all have to leave?
I do.
I can smell our lunch being microwaved downstairs. Actually, it smells so good. My aunt or my mom's cousin, I don't know what you call that, is here, and I can smell the yummy food she's making down there.
First cousin once removed.
Wow.
We make it so weird, don't we?
Oh, it's easier with Aunt.
I actually call her my cousin, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually her name's Lori and my mom's name Lori, so we just call her little Lori. But anyways, this is fantastic, above, beyond. But this is literally like if I hung up all the references that I use in any painting, it would probably look like this,
Yeah.
right? But instead mine are just all over the floor and on the counters and on the monitor and everything else. But this, I really appreciate this. So yeah, go ahead and tell us a little bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to put it all together so I could sit with it while I was, doing other things in the studio and glance at it and try and take from it to go to the next step. And I think it's helpful, to have all the things there. And I forced myself to do all the steps this time instead of taking shortcuts. So that was a step forward. Doing a sketch, doing a bigger sketch, doing the no-tan. I think I could still do some more sketches. I did a vertical version. I wound up putting it in a sketchbook I have, but I just to see, if I'd rather do it vertical or horizontal. I decided on horizontal and then just continued, but the photos are all from the same area in Western New Mexico. But showing different detail, like a really great June, that one, this really great juniper tree. And then this,
Yeah, 'cause that's the big thing, right? When we
Yeah.
take pictures of a beautiful sky, it just ends up as a black silhouette and we lose all the detail. So it's really
Right.
fun to have that to draw upon.
Yeah, and I think the picture that I do want to do is going to be very low light, like just the last shreds of light. So everything is going to be very tonal, very gold. That's the one thing I forgot to do. I wanted to do colors, but I have it in my head. I want to do all golds and those golden tonal tones and values, and just have a little bit of light showing up in the foreground, full desert vegetation. Yeah, but just a little, right? So this is probably a painting I'm not going to be able to photograph like a lot of mine lately. It's just like, well, that's okay. But anyway, I feel like I'm ready to paint now. I feel like, okay, I know where I'm going with this. I know what my intention is. And I think I've worked
We'll
out.
see you tomorrow then for painting time.
Yeah, yeah, I'll start painting tomorrow.
Good, good. Well, hopefully everybody can join us tomorrow. My mom may even join us tomorrow, which could be a horrible mess.
Well, yeah.
I was telling her that we were talking about poetry and the story of painting, and she was an English teacher in high school. She's like, "Ooh, I would love to talk to your friends." I was like, "Okay."
We'd love to meet your mom.
You'll learn a lot about why I'm like I am, but yeah.
Oh. Hey, listen,
I love
my
it.
mom was a wax sergeant. You don't have anything else.
No.
You don't have anything else that describes why I am the way I am.
So,
I love my mom to death. She's amazing.
so is next week the last week?
No, no.
Because you moved up the last week, so I
Yeah,
just
but
was
it's 2 more weeks.
two more. Okay.
Weeks. Yeah, so I will send out an email describing and explaining everything, and probably a couple emails just in case people don't get it. But anyways, I appreciate you guys understanding, and yeah, we were really kind of freaking out last night when we realized that the tickets, because they're non-refundable, were 7 a.m. and not 7 p.m. But anyways, we will make it work. Class will be recorded, and then I will send the link to the next class for those of you who, I mean, you've seen all my handouts. We've covered literally less than a third of the things I want to cover about this whole subject, and I think it's just been such a fun little group community, and hopefully, if you're enjoying it, you'll stay with us, and even share, tell a friend. And you guys are awesome. Sorry we didn't get to finish the painting or the water today, but
Hey.
we're already an hour late. But yeah.
Just work on it tomorrow, Michael, and have a good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Michael.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a
Have a
nice
good
weekend.
nap, Louise. Bye.